next guest up here, I have our champion, our own 5'8", Mr. Willie Monroe Jr. Come on, put your hands together. Welcome to the show. We got your favorite drink right here. Well, you really can't drink too much. That's like pineapple juice. You're still in training, right? So I asked you to come on the show because we know that, first of all, you sexy as hell. Come on, ladies. Don't throw no panties. Don't throw, ladies at home, don't throw panties at your screen. We got audience members throwing numbers out and everything. This is crazy. This is like good energy. So really, the reason why I asked you on, because before you was doing well, you always boxed all the time. I mean, that was something that you and your father, your grandfather, right? Grandfather. Everybody's a boxer in the family. Y'all kick mad bucks, so we're really not gonna mess with y'all family. Y'all just cute and fight. Y'all will pass. Y'all just Team Monroe in the building. So my question to you is, you were singing R&B for a while, and you were more of a sex symbol, and we know you for the guy in the group that take your shirt off and show your abs. What was the name of the group that you were part of?
Signature.
Okay. Sound like we got some fans out there, okay? We got some fans out there.
I remember that. We seen that. Sing a little something.
You know, that's what we're going through. That was the challenge that I wanted to ask you, from doing R&B singing and becoming this sex symbol, and everyone's always talking about, oh, Willie, you're so hot, you're so sexy. How do you feel now that you're a boxer? I mean, you're still sexy as a boxer. I know you be like protecting your face and shit, like, nigga, don't do that. Get the red, nigga, get the red. But we are so proud of you because you are, a lot of people might look at you, and because you are, when you see a sexy person, you may think they're arrogant or they are stuck on themselves, but you are one of the most humblest people I've met in 5'8" that's doing their thing. And I mean, I love you to death. Now, when you started boxing, what is your passion for boxing?
It's a family tradition. You know, my great uncle fought, my grandfather, my father, and I mean, it's part of my blood, it's part of my heritage. You know, my grandfather being Afro-Cuban. I mean, if you know anything about Cuba, boxing is like a religion of it, boxing or baseball. So, I mean, it's in me. It's part of me. So.
Well, I'm half Spanish too, so it's a lot of shit that we do that's just in us. True.
We gotta bring her back.
Right. We don't need none of that shit. Okay, reloaded. But no, so your biggest challenge that I wanted to know, because I seen you yesterday, we was at a rap battle, and one of the guys came up and he was like, oh, you still singing? I thought that was dumb because you haven't been singing for almost 3 years. What is the challenge in the battle that you go through with saying that I'm not the R&B singer, I am the boxer now?
Actually, it's not much of a challenge because, you know, everybody knows my brother Trent Monroe, who's the other half of Team Monroe, was in the group Signature with me. So I still get my sing on, you know, and well, not literally, but I still get that pride of having musical talent in the family. And one of the questions they asked me on ESPN was, would you rather have a Grammy or a world title? And I said, I'm gonna have both because, you know, me and my brother, are like this. So when I won those world titles the other night, my brother was right there with me. And when my brother wins the Grammy, I'm gonna be right there with him. So I'm blessed to be able to have both.
All right.
And my main thing is now, how was that experience on ESPN? All of us watching you on TV, us Facebooking, everybody want to be your cousin. You got a lot of family now. Everybody your cousin, your brother, that's my nephew. Niggas be trying to get them up, don't they? I can't wait till I get on the big stage. They be like, that's my cousin, she funny. But when you got on ESPN, how was that for you? Was that like a milestone in your career for you? Because you're a middleweight boxer, right?
It was definitely a milestone, but it was like, you know, everybody know I just lost my grandfather. My grandfather taught me how to fight. He raised me from a month old. So everything was dedicated to my grandfather. And my grandfather was one of the few people coming up who actually because of my grand, he encouraged me. And he's, you know, we used to watch the pay-per-view fights and stuff. My grandfather used to tell me, believe it or not, that's going to be you. And you know, one of my favorite fighters is Roy Jones. And my grandfather, you know, I can't wait to meet Roy Jones. My grandfather used to always tell me, you're so good, Roy Jones is going to want to meet you. And on my grandfather's birthday last year, I couldn't be home for his birthday party. And it was because Roy Jones was walking me to the ring for one of my fights. Plays a big part, but the ESPN experience was great, and I just more or less want to encourage people at home because, you know, as an amateur fighter and as a professional fighter, I've traveled this country, I've traveled the world, and I can honestly say, you know, the music talent, the comedy talent, the dance talent. I mean, I graduated from school of the arts.
Can you say comedy one more time?
The comedy talent. I went to school of the arts, and I've seen some of the highest levels of talent, and being able to travel the world and see like different rappers, different singers, different dancers, different poets, different comedians, I really honestly believe the highest level of talent I've seen is right here in my town. You know, the world, when it comes to entertainment, you know, the world is it's almost, I don't want to use it, I have to use it for bandwagon. You know, if somebody thinks something's hot, one person latches on, and three, and so forth and so on. And I think if I can get enough people to realize the talent here at home in Rochester, Rochester can be that new spot where everybody's like, I'm going to Atlanta, I'm going to Miami, I'm going to Jersey. Everybody gonna be like, I'm going to Rochester. You feel what I'm saying? I'm saying, this is my town. And you know, a lot of people, you know, got your whack people. I don't know, everybody. Listen, whether it's a negative reason or a positive reason that made you want to do better, it happened in your town. You know what I'm saying? So I love myself.
That's awesome, man. You got some great events coming up in the next month. You got children, correct?
Yeah.
You are a father, and a very good father at that, because you spend time with your kids. And you got a big day coming up, so I know it's going to hurt the ladies' feelings, but you getting married.
Yeah.
And your fiance, she's a beautiful woman. I'll let you say a little bit about her.
Oh yeah, that's my better half, man. A lot of people, you know, a lot of people that follow the Team Monroe experience, or the Team Monroe movement, they understand that. In 2011, I suffered my first loss as a professional. It was a split decision loss, and it was a bad business choice on my behalf. It happens, you know. You have to take chances in this game. But the significance of that is, when it happened, everybody walked away from it. My training team, my management, my promotional arm. Outside of one of the biggest promoters in the world, they dropped me, and I was, you know, I had to move back home, and I worked at Harris and Foot Locker, and it was weird having people come in Foot Locker and do the double take, like, aren't you Willie Monroe? Like, what are you doing working here? Right. So she stuck by me through all of that, and it was times where I was considering just leaving boxing alone, and then my group broke up in 2011. It was a really bad year. Actually, I say it's a really good year because God showed me who I was.
Yeah.
Stuck by me, you know. I was like, man, I'm just gonna go finish my degree and just forget this boxing stuff. And she would do little things like, I would come in, there would be a package and it would have her name on it, and you know, I don't know somebody else mail, you know. So,
especially no woman now. Might be a dildo now.
might be one of them sex toys in there. But and I come out and be like, oh babe, you got a package? She's like, oh nah. She's like, yeah, that's for you. And I open it, it'll be the boxing gloves that I wanted, or the resistant bands that I wanted. And she just kept my head in the game, and you know, she's had my back. And I hit the ground running in 2012, and got back on my feet as a fighter. And here I am, and she's been with me through thick and thin all the way through. And you
know that's gonna get you more pussy on the side. You know that, right? They were like, I'm still gonna fuck them. Bitches in that hole like, that's nice. That's so sweet. They're gonna be like, is she at home? You need somebody to rub you? Bitches ain't shit. Trust me, I know. I'm just saying, niggas calm, you know. I be like, calm down. Then I be like, come in. I'm just funny. Okay, a little better. Okay, so Willie, you don't have anything coming up right now, but the main thing is that I wanted to have you on here is the challenges with transitioning from being that sex symbol to a boxer. And do you have anything positive that you want to say to the youth that's out there that's trying to follow their dreams, or any boxers that may be, coming up in the ring?
If anybody watched the telecast that night when I fought on ESPN, my number one thing was walk by faith, not by sight. You can tell by the way I'm talking up here, I'm a man of God. You saw the emoji on my chart. Shout out to D-Will and Amanda for the emoji.
And the 585 shirt.
Exactly. But I mean, a lot of people say, well, Will, you talk about God a lot, and I'm like, look, that's the only thing I can't talk about, because that's who brought me through. The only God could have brought me through what I've been through in life.
Right.
And just work hard, man, and understand that you only get out of this what you put into it. A lot of people don't like to, like we were talking. I mean, you had times where people didn't want you on shows, or people were hating, but you still.
It's still on.
And that's gonna happen throughout your career, but you still kept pushing. You know what I mean? Like I said, here in Rochester, man, this is I've seen the highest levels of talent here, man, and just that work ethic. You know what I mean? You only get out of it what you put into it. And shouts out to you and Joel and Trent and all of the rest of the guys and comedians and other entertainers here in Rochester, because you guys give someone like me something to come home and be happy about. You know what I mean? Because I'm not a crazy clubber. I don't do the bars and stuff. A lot of cats get that liquid courage in them, and then I can't put my hands on nobody. I like to come out to events like, the event that you throw, the events that you throw, the events that Joel throw is real adult and upscale, and it's something I can come and enjoy myself and kick back and have fun when I'm home with no drama. So shouts out to you guys.
Oh, well, we thank you. Let's give it up for Willie Monroe. The 515. Thank you for being on the show, Willie.
You can follow me on Facebook at Willie Monroe Monroe Jr. Had that Monroe. Follow me on Twitter at Willie Monroe Jr. Follow me on Instagram at Willie Monroe Jr. So.
All right, so make sure you follow him. And thank you so much for coming on the show. Thank you.